right, so the MagSafe charger, Apple's very first wireless charger, just showed up in the studio ahead of the launch of the actual iPhone 12. And because I just finished unboxing every single official case from Apple, and I've even got my very own later case for the iPhone 12, I thought this would be a good opportunity to test out the wireless charging characteristics of this charger, but also its ability to interact with the magnetic system, which is inside of each one of the official cases, so I can kind of see the difference and see how strong the attachment is. There's a lot of questions around picking up your phone with the charger attached and so on. So anyways, let's go ahead and do it. It's a USB-C type connector. Also, Apple is kind of encouraging you to pick up their new 20-watt power brick as well, but that's a separate purchase from the MagSafe charger. And then they've also got a secondary charger, which is going to be capable of doing your phone as well as your Apple Watch in one, and that thing sort of folds up. The cool part here is that this thing is going to work as a Qi wireless charger, so you don't need their official cases. You don't even need the iPhone 12. You can use this with a previous generation iPhone, or I don't know, even a Pixel or a Samsung device that supports the Qi wireless charging standard. All right, so look at this little thing. They've definitely put an emphasis on portability with this. It's very tiny compared to other wireless chargers, and I think that was sort of the agenda, especially since they did the second version. It's just kind of funny that originally they were working on that AirPower charger, which was going to charge a bunch of things at once and much larger than this, and then eventually they settled on something far simpler, or at least two separate options, with this being the one that seems to be getting the attention. From a marketing standpoint, you saw the clicks and the clacks and the magnets. This just slides out. It feels quite robust. It's a nice little unboxing experience. It's tiny. It's a little tiny puck, and it's going to clip onto the back of these. It terminates into a USB Type-C, which is likely the reason that Apple is recommending to pick up one of their 20-watt chargers, because you're not getting a charger with the next-gen iPhone. You're all well aware, and chances are whatever power brick you have sitting around from your previous version iPhone is not going to be a Type-C connector. So anyways, let's go ahead and just check out the magnetic aspect first. So this is the clear wireless charge case. I might as well slap this on to the model iPhone 12 that I have here. And the charger is going to slap on to the back, and you can see it is magnetically there. It is not the strongest connection in the world. It's enough so that I can't shake it off. And this is where things, I'm just going to push. That's not the sound I expected to make there. So the weird thing about Apple's design decision here is that when you go to pick up your phone, as you normally would off of any wireless charger, you're bringing the charger with you. And this is a very deliberate decision, obviously. They could have taken a different approach. They could have provided some sort of sticky, or I mean, this is a totally intentionally smooth metallic finish on the bottom. So some people are going to sit there and say, well, that's irritating. It's going to be a constant two-handed experience with this charge puck. However, there is an advantage here, which is when you're using the phone, you can have this just like you would a cable and keep using the phone while you're charging, which is a thing people tell me they do, and a thing people tell me that is a major drawback compared to just charging via a wire. So yes, there's a point there, and it's true that Apple makes a different charger, and it's also true that you could just put some Velcro on here if you wanted, if you would prefer for it to be a stationary thing. Now the other advantage going with magnets, as you see me playing around with just how sensitive it is to the location, the other advantage of going with magnets is that you're going to line up perfectly, so you're going to have a more efficient wireless charge every single time. The way that other manufacturers have dealt with this is with multiple coil systems, so that you don't have to be so concerned about lining it up. So there's that advantage with the magnet as well. And you should also keep in mind that these cases feature the magnet, but so does the phone itself. Anyway, let me go ahead and plug this in real quick so we can make sure that it's functioning. I'll bring this on the table. This is a pretty standard Type-C. It's actually a very portable Type-C, dual Type-C fast charge power brick. So I'll plug this in right here. Now this charger should be live. And so I should be able to grab this iPhone. This is an iPhone 11 Pro, and just drop it on here. And you can see we're charging up. And funny enough, it sort of finds the right spot even on this iPhone and even through the later case which is installed on here. Now this is a very thin case, so I can't speak for every single case that's out there in the world, whether this will function through it, but I'm happy it's not completely proprietary, so you can still choose whichever case you like. You can still use it with your older Qi compatible devices, and even if you want to reach for a device from a different brand, like for example this is the new Pixel 5, or your friend has a Samsung device, they can just drop that on there as well, and they're charging too. So it's not difficult to line it up without the magnets being in there. It actually seems pretty easy to line up. So I don't know, is that an argument that maybe you don't even need a magnet in here? See, the benefit without having the magnet on your case is that you can just lift the thing up. You can just, and then go. And this stays on your table, on your side table, on your desk, wherever you keep it. So I'm not really sure which is the better scenario. Should you go with an official Apple case, because that's gonna stick, and then you can use it easily while it's charging, but you have the headache of every single day placing that back down. I guess it's up to you. It's an option, and like I said, they do make that other charger if you would prefer to have a different experience where it sort of sits on the table with a little bit more weight to it. I'll probably test that out sometime soon on the channel. We could check the difference. In the meantime, these cases are gonna stick and lift up the whole thing on the next generation iPhone. The cases and the phones are also gonna stick, but yes, this is Qi compatible and it will work through thin enough cases like the later case. Now I should also mention this is the upcoming later case for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's gonna be there for the Pro as well, the regular iPhone 12. Some people mentioned, hey, where are the cutouts for the LiDAR? This is a non-retail unit. This is a prototype. So if you go check the website, you'll see all the relative cutouts for all those important features. They will be there in the eventual unit that ships to you. But yes, it will work with Apple's official wireless charge accessory, and this will work with any Qi compatible smartphone as well beyond iPhones, and definitely with the previous generation iPhones as well. This is a super portable little thing too, by the way. I mean, that can go in your pocket, which is kind of nice. You can't say that about most, or at least there are many wireless chargers that don't really go in your pocket that easily. So I'm a little undecided on my favorite wireless charger style. Like I said though, if you do go the whole full magnet situation, you could always throw some double-sided tape or some Velcro on there to keep it locked on the surface where you want it. They're about 30 bucks. Maybe you even get a couple of them, but you get the magic. You get the magic with the official bang. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're finding this video and you didn't watch the case video in which I showed off all the various first-party cases, go check that out now as well. It's every single color, including the clear model, are shown off in that video.